Are you doing this or what?
What?
Are we on?
We're live.
I'm talking.
The lobby's on.
People see me?
No, the lobby's on. Second.
Right. I'll be back in just a second. I'm getting coffee. Mouse on Mars, okay? I'll be back. Hi. What's going on, dude? Going on, Sam? It's 107. Something going wrong? Yeah, motherfucker, I was sleeping. I go to bed at 6 a.m. It's not natural for me to be up at this time. But here I am. You know why? Because I love you. The show must go on. Yeah, yeah. I face it with a grin, and I do a lot of sin. The show must go on, must go on. I hear Mouse on Mars retweeted this. Can you imagine if those fuckers are watching right now? Like, what the fuck is this guy going on about? Listen to me, Mouse on Mars. With respect to your music, I'm the one who bought the fucking album. I'm gonna listen to it the way I want, Mouse on Mars. I just woke up, I'm grumpy, it's Monday. How do you feel? I haven't even had an edible yet, Mouse on Mars. I haven't even had an edible yet. How do you expect me to enjoy this record without you? I haven't even had an edible yet, Mouse on Mars. It's very important to take your drugs in the morning. Yeah, man. Getting up is rough. Of course, we're going to play this record and we're going to have a good time. The whole room's going to smell like aftershave. I wonder if Mouse on Mars are watching. That would be kind of awesome. What does this guy do with your music? I buy the records. Listen to me, Mouse on Mars. Mouse on Mars, listen to me. I buy your records. This is what we do here. I buy them with real money. Like with money, I buy them. I don't stream your shit on Spotify so that you make fucking a fraction of a cent. I go out and I buy the fucking record. You understand? And then I play it for whatever schmoes show up. I open up the doors to this dive bar we call Vinyl Junkies. And I played for whoever shows up, you know? Imagine if Sam lit into the artist for 2 hours using chat. I can, yeah. Get into the chat, Mouse on Mars. Let's have a conversation. Let's see what we have to say. Are they here? No time to prepare. I was in bed 15 minutes ago. Wrecked. Completely wrecked. See, this is the reason we do it. By the way, Mouse on Mars, if you're here, Mouse on Mars, we're actually going to listen to both sides of both your records, the whole fucking thing. Why do you talk so much, Sam? Who is this guy? Why does he talk so much? Why doesn't he just play the music? Because this isn't Spotify, Mouse on Mars. This is a radio show. Your music just happens to be the main course right here. This is a radio show, Mouse on Mars. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm a rebel, Dottie. A loner. Everybody been fucking tweeting out their Spotify. Oh, the end of the list. Wow, you've been really busy. This is the artist. And then, you know what it is that I like the most? Well, I like it the least. But the artist to say, hey, you know what? It's pretty funny because our album got played 175,000 times. We had 175,000 plays and we got paid less than $600 for it. We got paid $525 for 175,000 plays. So yeah, well, that's what happens when you set up the industry with the expectation of free. I mean, streaming is good. If streaming the material that you're actually wanting to listen to, you're not streaming because you love Spotify. You're streaming because you love the music. The music is the point, right? The art is the point. I mean, if the artists aren't being paid, what the fuck? So, think about it. You do your work. You record. You practice. There are expenses to all of that. You put out the record. Expenses to all of that. You have to pay some dreadful fucking PR person to blast out your tweets and say, hey, go listen to the Spotify stream. You understand? At the end of the entire thing, you managed something very impressive. 175,000 people listen to your music. Or 175,000 plays. It's fucking impressive. Think about it. Extremely impressive. You get paid $525 for your work. You know what we call that? Slave economy. How's art supposed to support that? But the entire machine supports exactly that. The PR people, what are they telling? Hey, Spotify. Look what oh my God, look what Barack Obama's fucking playlist. Look, this Mouse on Mars song made it to Britney Spears' playlist. Oh boy, that ought to be good for another 10,000 listens. Good for them. Oh, fuck, man, it's going to be so good. Yeah, PR department, you know, what we need to do is we need to make sure that when we do this album, please try to get it on as many celebrity playlists as possible. Britney Spears will bring us another 10,000 listens. Think about it. That's the way we're going to build this empire. $5 at a time. Get the fuck out of here. This industry is built on shit. Jeff Barrow on Spotify. $2,500 for 34 million motherfucking streams. You understand? Makes me bitter because art can't survive like this. But wait a second, Sam. How about the time when people were stealing it for, what's it called? The MP3s and everything? Listen to me. All right? That's what got us here. The entire problem, do you remember the way the industry treated MP3s? You're stealing. So in other words, exactly what's happening right now, what did they do? They fucking blamed the consumer. You're stealing. So how did they solve the problem? Well, what they did is they built an economic formula, so instead of having the consumer steal, Spotify can steal. If they hated it that it was stealing and it was killing the music industry when it was MP3s and everyone was downloading it, why are you building your economic model on stealing? Pay the fucking artist. So, buy the record. I know it might not seem like much, but it's a double album. They're going to get paid, what, $3-4 on what I paid for this? How many streams is that? Exactly. That's exactly what the fucking point is. But the thing is that you see, the industry doesn't look at people like us. This guy, this Vinyl Junkies guy, he basically operates a dive bar. The dive bar has X number of people that show up to listen to the music, depending. Sometimes there's hundreds, sometimes there's dozens. All right. If some of those people buy the record, we've already done better. If we sell 10 records here, we've already done a whole lot better than the industry has. 10 fucking records. 10 records, that's it. So, we're going to listen to the record. How many of you know this band, by the way? See, LimeWire made you steal a lot of music, but you bought it too. Yeah, that's us. You're right. I mean, listen, I stole a lot of music too. I stole gigabytes of music, a stupid amount of music, and I went out and bought it. It's not the fact that I don't like the streaming. It's not that. It's the fact that the streaming isn't being paid. That's what the problem is. There's the expectation of free. Do you understand? You can listen to Spotify for free with the commercials. If you pay whatever, what is it, $15 a month, I think, for the family plan, we have it. Then you don't get any commercials. You can put up to 5 accounts. I mean, some of this money has to trickle down to the artist. All right? So we know that Spotify is not pro-artist. I hate saying it, but Spotify, your preferred method of convenience, is not pro-artist. So I decided to do this whole thing. Spin my records for people. Provide Bandcamp links. Provide that kind of thing and see if people will buy it. Do I have enough people to make a difference here? Is our audience big enough? No, maybe not. But my idea works better, though. At the very least, I can say that the concept of the idea, the basis of my idea, is at least to get to pay the artist for the work that they did. Simple as that. Okay? Buy your music, don't rent it. You want to rent your music, fine, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying things properly because I'm all fucking hammered right now. Could be. Motherfucker, my doorbell rang. Think quick, Sam. Think quick. Think quick. Think quick. You have to understand, if there's my records outside, I can't leave them outside. This would make it very, very bad. I'm going to play you a song. Just give me a second. I'm going to play you one song. And I'm going to go get my records. I'm going to go get my things. Mouse on Mars will be next. Don't worry, it's coming. I have to get the door. I might also have to take a shit. You guys don't mind, right? Give me some time.
I'm not begging, darling. I'm not praying, baby. I'm not begging, darling. Soon as the rush went away, I did not look for a way. Damage, damage, damage. If you see me down on my knees, please do not think that I pray.
Damage! Damage! Damage!
Soon as the rush went away, I did not look for a way. Damage, damage, damage. If you see me down on my knees, please do not think that I pray. Damage, damage, damage.
Wasn't that nice? Yes, that was Idols. It wasn't Mouse on Mars. We're gonna get the Mouse on Mars. I'm getting there. It's not like I'm not gonna get there. I'm just, I went and get some mail. A box arrived. I guess that means later on we're gonna open up another box. From Liverpool. We got 4 vinyl records in here that we're gonna open up from Liverpool. All right, we ready to start this? I usually do more pregame than this, but it's Monday. Can I tell you the thing that went through my head? The idea that went through my head is like, hey, you know what? Mouse on Mars actually retweeted this. Maybe I should just get to the music and cut out all the knuckleheadery. Because it's like, well, why would they watch this? I start getting these fantasies in my head about the band actually watching it and actually liking it. You know, making friends. Like just a little bit, one at a time kind of thing. Instead of, there's a part of me that still wants recognition for this work that we do together. There's this part of me that's a dissatisfied child still now, you understand? I'm like the kid who didn't get the train set for Christmas. I hate it. I should just be happy. Will the band pay attention? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Why don't we just listen to this music here? See what we think. I'm going to try to get myself into a little bit of a rhythm. We can still talk after, right? Usually I do all my talking ahead of time. If you like what we do, become a fucking patron. Support what we do. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, I'm here. Want to see what we're doing next week? Or this week, I should say? Look at this. Look at this schedule we got for you. Mouse on Mars today. Wednesday. Rerun. Little Sims. One of the better albums this year. I Might Be Introvert. And on Friday, Doves. Some Cities, 2004. I've had this one for a while and hung out. And Andy Williams has joined us in the past for one of the albums. But he's busy, and you know what? I just feel like playing the fucking record, so I decided we're going to do it on Friday. I sent them a message. Hey, Andy, we're doing your Doves album on Friday. You want to join us? Join us. If you don't want to join us, don't join us. If you're busy, no problem. But I'm playing the fucking record. You see? Because I don't like chasing after artists. For an interview. For a discussion. I hate it. I just want to listen to music. Why would I even care about an artist joining our stream? Is it because I'm a star fucker? No. No. It's because I enjoy talking about music. That's why. So to me, and I mean, I should know well enough. I've interviewed enough artists to know that it doesn't work that way. Just because an artist makes a ton of good music, it doesn't mean that they talk music. It doesn't mean that they like to talk about music. And it doesn't mean that they're particularly interesting when it comes to talking about music. They don't like to nerd out, you understand? Not necessarily. Some of them do. But I hold out hope, against hope, that you find the ones that dig it, that want to nerd out. You understand? And you make friends with them over the long period of time. Candace isn't wrong. I'm trying to level up all the time. She's not wrong. And I think the biggest problem with that is that leveling up, my idea of leveling up right now, has something that's completely outside of my control. That's what the fucking problem is. I can't make these people like the channel. I can't make these people pay attention to us. I can't make the industry. I can't convince the industry that what we do is relevant. How can you convince an industry that what you do is relevant when you've got only 60 people listening? I mean, your numbers suck, Sam. Your numbers fucking suck. Yeah, bitch, you know what it is about the 60 people that are here? They're all customers, number one. And number two, they actually buy records. So, they might be worth more than you think. But the numbers, you understand? They're not 175,000. So you're not wrong, Candita. I'm always looking to level up, and when I don't level up, I don't like it. If it were things that I could control, then I could do it forever. But the thing is that I can't. You can't make them get it. We can try. Same deal with patrons. Actually, Polem's not wrong. You can't make people get it. All you can do is you can show up every day. And over the time, if you're willing to put in the time, eventually, some will get it. Lots will not. The part that I think is a little bit, I wouldn't say disingenuous, is not the right word, but the part that is what Jean-Paul Sartre, the famous French philosopher, he used to call it living in bad faith. What it means is that you're not in control of certain things. To try to worry about things that are beyond your control just doesn't work. There are things you can control, then that's what you do. Okay? And then there's the other thing. It says, Polem's fucking writing out my shit for me today. Well, Sam, maybe if you played the game better. But I just said that I don't like the game. I don't want to play the game of 175,000 streams. I don't want it. But you know, if you get 175,000 streams, well, there's two elements to that. Number one, I don't know how to get 175,000 streams. I'm not that guy. I'm the equivalent of a dirty punk band who can only play shithole dive bars. That's what my fucking career trajectory is. Get in the van. Get in the fucking van. And you go from one place to another and you play it and you do it on your terms. No fucking knee pads. That's exactly right. You're exactly right. But I do it my way. And every dive bar is filled with my people that actually want to be there. I don't have fucking Ticketmaster helping me sell concert tickets. I'm not on a tour with a bigger band that'll help. I'm not on any of that. We do our little things and we fucking treat it exactly like that. You've noticed that I've really taken on your whole dive bar idea, Candita. That's been your gift to this show. Candita called this her favorite dive bar, like when she hangs out with us. I like that. I really, that like spoke to me immediately. That made me happy. You would think that that would insult me. Not even close. It's like, yeah. I mean, I look at my own experience, right? I always preferred going to the clubs. Those are the ones. Once you start getting into the arenas, I'm not sure I give a fuck anymore. But the arenas, obviously, the arena bands get paid better than the club bands. Well, who knows now anymore? Who fucking knows anything anymore? But well, Jake Wynn, if I played nice and towed the line, I'd probably have 3 times the patrons, right? Would it be the same patrons? No. You know what? Can I tell you the thing that needs to be looked at also, Jake, is that if I had to be completely honest with myself, I don't know how to get 3 times the patrons. I don't know how to grow this any different. I don't know how to fucking hack the growth so that we fucking grow to 1 million people. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to become Anthony Fantano. I don't have those skills. There's still a part of me when I do this show that has this expectation. And it takes away from my satisfaction of just loading up into a fucking dive bar, packing it in with 100, 200 people, drinking cheap beer. They paid their $5 cover charge and blasting out a couple of tunes before, not having anywhere to sleep, and moving on to the next city and doing it all over again. You know? Where's the good part of the formula we have? We got 829 patrons. These people actually pay to be here. Yeah, but they don't pay much, Sam. $2 a month, $5 a month. Some pay more, but it's not the $2 a month that matters. It's that you found the right person. That $2 a month says that they want to be here so much that they don't mind paying $2 a month, that they want to be a part of this community. And they show up every day. So you wind up running a dive bar where instead of having to pack the van and go from city to city to city to city, I am the dive bar. And when I turn on the camera, all of you come here. And we all hang out. And we've been doing it for what, 630 something days straight? That part works. That part is not relevant to the industry. There are not enough of us. There are just not enough of us. I hate admitting that this is something that still sticks in my craw. I feel like I haven't quite succeeded. I know it's not true. I know that it's not true. I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life. I've made a ridiculous amount of friends. And honestly speaking, the system works. So maybe I got to work on my own expectations. Right? Sometimes you create your own unhappiness. Turns out I'm just a nerd who actually likes music and wants to play it. Sure, I got a personality. Sure, I got this radio host thing. I got all of that. The show, I have great confidence in the show that I put on. I know it's a good show. But there's not enough of us. Sam, there's not enough of us. You're never going to be Yankee Stadium, Sam. Nobody pays attention when it's not Yankee Stadium. You're not going to get you're not going to get mentioned in Rolling Stone magazine, Sam. Spin magazine will completely ignore you, Sam. And therein lies my problem. I want that. Not the popularity part. It's not the popularity part that I want. I want to be acknowledged as a legit part of this industry. I want our efforts, and they are efforts. It's not just me doing it, it's their efforts. I put a lot of effort, a lot of time and work into this. My efforts, I want them to be recognized, and they're not. So, whatever, I'll figure out all that psychological stuff. I used to figure it out with a psychiatrist. Now I'm cured. I don't need one of those anymore. So what do? I work it out on the air. I just talk. I keep working on this gonzo format of radio, which is part music, part talk, part autobiographical, part completely fictional. Whatever it is that we do here. I'm still not sure I know myself. I'm sure that I know that I like it. But I also would like to be able to say that I've completely given up the ghost in believing that the industry will ever give a shit. But I haven't somehow. I haven't. Oh well. Is the store boring you? Are the stories boring you? I mean, maybe the problem is exactly the fact that I talk so much. Play the fucking music. Get straight to the music. Sam, you should use the Spotify approach. Just get straight to it. Instead of sitting around drinking your coffee and trying to wake up a little bit. It's interesting to hear me express all of this. Why, Candita? Because you hear my own insecurities? Because you hear the fact that despite the fact that there are many successes, there's still a good part of me that feels like a failure? Is that it? That there's still a part of me that still needs daddy's approval? And mommy's approval? It's kind of sad, isn't it? I mean, I'm 51. This shit still goes through my head. I still feel not enough. Objectively speaking, I've reached what I want to reach in a lot of ways. Okay? I'm able to pay my bills. I think that I do justice by the work. In other words, you guys see it. I put in the hours, that's for sure. I'm here every fucking day. It's like, okay, yeah, I got up late, but guess what? I'm going to be up until fucking 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So when I get up, and I fucking do it. The format is beautiful. We listen to a lot of music. So many friendships made. And if it was just that you guys felt like that you connected to me, then it's one thing. But that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is that we got a room full of people and you all know each other because you're all patrons. So you're making friends with yourselves, with each other. That's where the beautiful part is. That's where it is that I've done something that works. So I have every reason to be not to not have any part of me dissatisfied, but there's the part that's dissatisfied. I spend a lot of time saying fuck you to the part that I really want acknowledgement from. I say fuck you to the music industry because I failed. I failed to get my channel recognized. I failed to get my work recognized. I am absolutely irrelevant to the PR person that I say I hate, which I do. But maybe if the PR person paid attention to me, I wouldn't hate it so much, and maybe I wouldn't talk the way I do. Maybe. Maybe. I can be real enough with myself to say all of that. But there are things I can say are there. Yeah, I didn't take any shortcuts. None. Show up all the fucking time. How much music have you discovered here? I mean, we can really look at that. I mean, if you want to look at that as a metric. Nelson says something very interesting. He said, I use Spotify, but everything that I listen to on Spotify, I already have the fucking record. You got it. Nelson and me have the same Spotify. I don't discover music on Spotify. I get no satisfaction. I get zero satisfaction out of it. I wouldn't do it. It's like, ugh. I use Spotify to play what I already have. I don't use Spotify as my method of discovery. Certainly don't use Spotify as my method of supporting the art that I love, that I purport to love. Spotify gives me the convenience of being able to listen to the music outside in my pool when I don't have a turntable. In my car when I don't have a turntable. And that is valuable to me. If I'm walking out, I'm not going to bring my turntable with me. You put in your earbuds, you take a walk and you listen to the music. What do you wind up listening to? What do I wind up listening to? The same damn records. The records I already bought. But the basis of my collection isn't my fucking Spotify playlist. Are we kidding? Are you fucking kidding? Like, not even for 1 second. The basis of my collection is my record collection. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on records just this year. I'm pretty sure at the end of this year I will have spent over $20,000 on records. Why? Because I want to have the best fucking stocked dive bar ever, that's why. Because we might be a dive bar. We might not be Yankee Stadium. But you know what? The beer is cheaper here than it is at Yankee Stadium. You can get a hot dog here a whole lot fucking cheaper. Just go into your fridge, it's there. And the music. I got the fucking top shelf shit in here. I got good records in here. I got good shit. So that's why I buy these records. Because to me, if this is what my job is, open up the doors to the dive bar so a bunch of you losers can come in and we can listen to the music together, discover it together, share our experiences together. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to set up these losers properly because these losers are my fucking losers. I'm the head loser. That's exactly it. You know? How does one spend $20,000 on records in a year? You buy Merzbow records. You know? You go in a bunch of different directions. You take the art seriously enough to know you got to put into the art. You need to put into your craft. Basically, I don't work at the service of the media machine. I would like to because if I got paid for it. But even then, you think these people give a fuck about us? We don't get paid for our fucking work. They don't care. You know? So, I guess I'm saying I'm not where it is that I want to be yet, but I'm pretty close. We figured enough out to know that we're going to be hitting the road consistently all the time and going into the dive bars, unpacking the fucking gear, putting on the show, and sweating our balls off when we're there because we love it. All the while knowing that this stream is probably going to get taken down because Thrill Jockey, I believe, is handled by the Beggars Group, so... The Beggars Group are real good at treating channels like ours like thieves. They block our content. You know? To me, that's probably the biggest thing that bothers me, like, for real. The fact that I do all of this, I bought the record, and it gets blocked, you know? All the while telling you to go out and buy the records direct. Bandcamp, just about the best place. I mean, unless the shipping is a problem kind of thing. Bandcamp and your local record stores, man. These are the places. What kind of music is Mouse on Mars? Do you know that I have no clue? Well, I do have a clue. Thrill Jockey, so I'm expecting some kind of electronic deal. In this particular case, truth be told, I don't even remember how the record came across my path. Did I buy it or did one of you guys send it? I think I bought it. I don't know. Somebody sent it. Yeah, electronic experimental is what I expect. I expect it to be a Thrill Jockey artist. And I mean, if it's just that, that's fine, because I love Thrill Jockey. I think it's a great label. Of course, Thrill Jockey is going to shut my material down, because I'm stealing the music. I'm playing their music in my dive bar. It's stealing, you know. You know why? Because, well, you don't have a license, Sam. Do you have a license to play this music in this establishment? I don't. Where can I get one? I'd like to pay for the license. Where can I get one? Complete silence. You know why? The license doesn't exist. So, as a result, the default option is you're stealing what we do. Because the artists don't get paid. But they're okay with the fact that 175,000 Spotify streams pays less than $600. That they're okay with. Think about the economics of that. What happens if you're, let's say, in a 4-piece band, right? What happens? Now, please understand, you're in that 4-piece band that just got 175,000 streams. It's amazing. That's $600. Well, I can tell you that the PR person that blasted out and put all the effort into getting you those 175,000 streams, that person won't take just a small cut. That person's going to get paid for their work. They're going to get paid their full cut for their work because they expect to get paid for work. So a piece of that's got to go to them immediately. What's left for the band? You understand something? The puppets of the game, they go home to their salaries every single week. Every 2 weeks, they get fucking paid. That's what it is. I mean, you operate your own business and basically a band. What is it? You got to take that $600 after paying off whatever bills you have. Then what you got to do is then you got to actually go through the further humiliation of taking that $600 and splitting it 4 ways. You have a license there that costs you about £1,000 per year with a capacity of 200. My friend, if I had to pay £1,000 per year for the right to do this legally, for the right to not feel like a thief, I would pay it immediately. I would sooner pay this knowing that that $1,000, or at least hoping that that money goes to the artist. But basically what I would be doing is buying my own peace of mind. I would pay £1,000 a year just to know that what I'm doing is completely fucking legit. I do not enjoy being treated like a criminal. I don't enjoy being treated like a criminal for playing the records that I bought live for my audience, which I built. It's a business. It's like having a bar. The fact that it's virtual doesn't change this. If I had a brick and mortar, I could get that license. But if it's a virtual space, that license doesn't exist. And of course, you know what that means. That means by default, The people who operate these virtual spaces are thieves by default. See, that, I'm not with that. So yeah, please realize that I would fucking pay the license in a second. As a matter of fact, I even approached people like Beggars Group and told them, okay, well, what's it going to cost for me to be able to stream your music? Tell me. Never got an answer. We're too small. We're fucking irrelevant. And bands, their music, they got a tour. They got to hawk t-shirts. The amount of fucking work that a band has to do in order to make a living is insane. I would never be able to be in a band. To have to deal with all that shit. Playing a record once to my audience should be classify it as fair use. Yeah, sure. And I do a regular radio show every night. So we're on what? At this point, 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours a night kind of thing. I don't know what the answer is when it comes to this. I just know that talking about it like this, somehow it's become part of the radio format, part of this gonzo thing. It's allowed me to wake up. It's allowed the coffee to kick in. It's allowed the edible to kick in. And now, I'm here with you. See, even as I was pressing the snooze button in bed, I knew I would regret it. I knew it's just this won't end well. You can't just come straight out of bed and fucking jump in front of the microphone. You can't do that. It's just, your brain's not awake yet. And now I'm paying the cost for it. All right. So let me ask you all. Who knows the record? Who knows the band? Hunter S. Thompson. A big influence, you know. The entire gonzo word, the entire thing, big influence. The music business is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run for free and good men die like dogs. There's also a negative side, yeah. Steve Albini said something just about pretty much exactly that. Just that trench is filled with fucking shit and the musicians are forced to swim through it. And at the end of the fucking trench is somebody, an executive with a contract, fucking teasing you with a contract. And the bands go and they swim through their trench of shit. And they get to the other side. And the band, the guy with the contract, who's dressed just like you because he wants you to be relevant. He wants to look relevant, just like you. He doesn't have the suit and tie. He's relevant just like you. He's cool, man. Okay, well, you know what? That lap and shit that you just did, that's not enough. Now I need you to do it all over again. Backstroke. I don't necessarily have to agree with Steve Albini all the time, but I love the fact that he's fucking crotchety. I love him for that. And that he says it. So, when all is said and done, if we leave any type of legacy here, it'll be said that Sam hated public relations people. I do. I hate people who participate in the bullshit. That's what I hate. We're in service of art, not in service of money. Does that make sense? We are in service of the work that we do, not in service of money. If you're working for money, you're probably unhappy. Did I just bum a whole bunch of you out? If you're working for money, yeah. If you had money, would you still be doing what you're doing now? Nelson, if you had all the money you needed, would you still be making the ragot? So you would think, I mean, if you're out there and you're already part of that, but art is a different thing, right? Art is supposed to be that part of life that makes all the fucking slogging worth it. Without art, what's the fucking point? And it's so easy to contaminate the art with the same bullshit that ruins every other thing. And the business of music somehow has made slaves of the people who make the music. They keep showing you Taylor Swift, you know? That's not what the reality is, man. I know that the majority of the bands that I listen to, yeah, they're living regular existences. I'm pretty sure that Lingua Ignota is not shining her Maserati right now, you know? All right. I guess I'll start. Yeah, I'm going to start. If you like what we do, I would rate my performance this morning very poorly. My thoughts are a bit jumbled, I know. I sound a little disjointed, I know. My brain's not functioning proper yet. I know. That's what happens when you get up too late. Jump right in front of the fucking mic. I acknowledge that today was not a good one. But I showed up. I'm here. I showed up. Not enough agita. It's exactly that. It's just not enough agita. I'm not feeling, you know. And there's a part of me that's talking. It's like, all right, well, you're gonna find your routine. You're gonna find your groove. It's like, no, I don't think I'm gonna find my groove. I'm still feeling like it's Monday. So I'll probably get stoned when it's Monday morning. It's like the song. Like the Lee Hazelwood song. It's like that. You go watch the hockey game. You fucking look forward to seeing your favorite player get on the ice and do all sorts of things. And what happens? He lays an egg. The day that you fucking go watch the game, the dude lays an egg. Your team loses. Was it worth it? Yeah. Yeah. Last time I watched my team play in Toronto, they lost. I was okay with it. It didn't ruin my evening. You go watch a band, right? And they sucked. Have you ever watched anybody like perform and it's just they weren't on that night? It happened to me, definitely. I mean, the one that I think of most often is I saw Gil Scott-Heron perform. Back in my university days, it was a free concert that they managed to do. They had Gil Scott-Heron perform along with, it was a double bill with, who remembers Michael Franti and Spearhead? Double bill. Michael Franti doing the first part, Gil Scott-Heron doing the second. Michael Franti fucking lit the place up. It was amazing. Amazing. Gil Scott-Heron seemed strung out. He was kind of mumbling through the entire thing. He was not looking good. it was not his best performance. That's for sure. I felt bad for him. Because I knew that, I mean, the dude had trouble with drugs. He was probably high. You know, the equivalent of nodding off on stage, that kind of thing. But, does that mean I left? I didn't fucking leave. I watched the entire thing. This is Gil motherfucking Scott Heron. I'm going to walk out on Gil Scott Heron. Are you out of your mind? People were walking out. Not me. Then again, people were walking out on fucking Cecil Taylor when I want to watch him. Especially when he got up off this fucking piano and started doing ballet around this piano. People was like, yeah, I've seen enough. They left. Motherfucker, do you even know who Cecil Taylor is? You're walking out on a Cecil Taylor. What were you expecting? I mean, what the fuck were you expecting? Kenny G? It's Cecil Taylor. People bought the ticket. I mean, listen, God bless them. At least their dumbasses got fucking Cecil paid. He got paid for his show. But it's gotta fucking suck. This dude's watching people fucking walk out on him. Yeah, you know, that's exactly it. Actually, that's probably a better analogy, Jake. The idea of the comedian bombing. I always said that this radio thing that I do is basically an art that I put into. This is a craft that I put into and practice every day. And that I basically adapt myself to the 10,000 hours theory. Right? The 10,000 hours theory is that in order to be considered a master at what you do, you need to spend 10,000 hours doing it. You need to spend 10,000 hours figuring the puzzle out. I subscribe to that. So when I do my show, I show up every day. Like, I'm not kidding. 636 straight today. Like, I'm always here. And one of the reasons that I do it, and this is really what just lit the fire under me now, one of the things that I do is just, I know. It's like, I can't worry about sucking. I say so much in a day. I do so much when it comes to this in a day. So much. It's all completely spontaneous. None of this is fucking scripted. None of this is written. It's all fucking stream of consciousness. It's not me playing the same fucking jokes and working on the same killer 20-minute set. Or if I'm going to do a Netflix special, a killer 1 hour. No. It's fucking live. And that's where it is that I finally got my satisfaction, just now. That's where it's like, okay, you know what? Sam, you got in and you're fucking doing your hour. You're working on your craft. Under the worst of circumstances, it's not the worst of circumstances, but under bad circumstances, you're working on your craft. So what do I learn from this? Maybe what I learned is to be a professional. Maybe what I learn is that if I have true respect for my craft, I can't just fucking wake up and show up at the mic. Because I know it's not going to be good. Because I know I'm going to bomb. I know that I'm putting myself in a situation where it's not going to be good if I do it that way. It took me over an hour to finally get going a little. So maybe that's the lesson. Maybe the lesson is one that you learn when you bomb. Why did I bomb? What went wrong? Was it me? Was it the audience that doesn't get it? Why has Vinyl Junkies bombed? Why doesn't the entire industry love and embrace it? Why doesn't every artist love what I do? Why don't people love me? Why do they hate me? Does it sound like anybody you know? We all struggle with the same fucking things. I decided I'm going to make a radio show of it. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to go to bed after the evening show. Dude, yeah, but that's because you don't understand what this is. You don't just go to bed. It doesn't work that way. It just, I can't. My mind, doesn't switch off, man. Don't you think that I would prefer to be able to just go to bed and sleep? I can't fucking sleep. My wife laughs at me. She says, yeah, because you're fucking old now. Is that it? I don't know. But no, man, you have to understand that the body clock, my clock doesn't work on the same thing, on the same schedule as other people, I don't get up with the sunrise. His sentiments were similar. Yeah, that's exactly it. You see, because when I look at it, and if I'm in my element, right, I like what I do. If I had to just use me as my own thing, I do like what I do. I do think that this entire thing is relevant. I don't think that I've honed in on the way it... I got so much work to do. I'm still fucking not where I need to be. I know that. I don't have my 10,000 hours, and it shows that I don't have my 10,000 hours, and it frustrates me in a lot of ways. But I keep doing it. Because at the end of the entire game, I know how it's going to turn out. I'm going to be fucking a master. I'm going to become a master. That's my prize. I made it for myself. You understand? That's the thing, though, when you do it for yourself and not for somebody else or not for a fucking paycheck. When you do it for yourself, it's yours. It's fucking yours. The confidence that comes with that, no one can take it from you. Nobody can chip away at that confidence. That's a fucking bedrock of who you are. That's one of the things that's given me a ton of confidence. I've been here 636 days. Okay, even if you don't like what I do, I've been here 636 days. Have you done anything in your life for 636 days? Have you spent 636 consecutive days doing anything? So right there, that, my friends, to me, deserves respect, and nobody can take that from me. Nobody. I started this entire thing. I weighed 281 pounds, and now I've lost over 50 pounds. And I'm not done yet. And I mean, I look like a fucking saggy old man. Okay, fine. I look really stupid when I do my exercise online. My form, I'm pretty sure, is pretty bad. All the rest, who gives a fuck? I'm doing it, aren't I? I'm doing it, aren't I? Me and my bad form. Me and my shitty radio show. I'm doing it, though. What are you doing? Don't worry about how shitty my show is and how dreadful my life is. How about you? Okay, 6:34 today. 6:34 then. You know? So that's one part of the like, okay, well, you just got up and you kind of bombed, Sam. If you had to be truthful to yourself, you kind of bombed. If it teaches me that I can't fucking wake up and just do it, and that it doesn't give me the right thing, then I'm not going to do it anymore. You know? Me losing weight is really, really impressive. People in my situation are not motivated individuals. Yeah, dude, I know. I smashed a pizza yesterday, though. But I also know one thing. I started a competition with a bunch of other people who have this fucking concoction over here, this watch. And I also know myself well enough to know that now I'm going to get the points that I need and I'm going to fucking finish. And I'm going to have a perfect week. I know that about myself. I know that I got that discipline. So, that's one thing that's been huge for me, that I fucking set up. It hacked my brain and it worked. I gave myself a way. I gave myself a metric by which to measure myself where I can be perfect. I made myself an RPG. And I look at the fucking things. It's like, all right, well, I got to burn 600 calories. I got to do at least 30 minutes of exercise a day. And I got to stand up at least for 12 hours. All right. Let's go. As long as I do that, I got these little rings that close that tell me that I accomplished my goals. And I can say that it was perfect. But Sam, you know, those goals aren't very high. Right. They're not very low either. They take effort. But they keep me in the game. Every day. Every fucking day. They keep me in the game. So this little silly game that I'm playing, it's like a video game, but I'm the video game. And it's worked. And you give yourself a fucking reason to be confident. Because there's one part of your life there, and you have it. It's in front of you. There's a part of your life that you can say it's fucking perfect. It's awesome. We're about to start too, Jiu-Jitsu. I'm sorry. Get that workout in. She's gonna go do her Jiu-Jitsu. All right. Sorry I did all the talking, Jiu-Jitsu. I feel better now. Gonna do some exercise and listen to some music, okay? Yesterday, Grateful Dead tunes. I don't know anything. Cider Jesus, are you a patron? I would like to say, if you enjoy what I do, enough to be chatting, if you enjoy this community that I've built, please know, the people in here, we know each other. We know each other. Everyone here knows who Jiu-Jitsu is. The chat is for patrons. It's a personal type experience. Now, I'd like to invite you to become a patron. Be a part of this. Let us get to know you. Be a part of this little dive bar community that we have. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. Right? Go to patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Let's see if we can't find patron number 830. Right? If you like this, hey, would you buy me a coffee? Would you smoke me on a joint? Tip the house. Tip the old man. That's what keeps the show going. It works. And I'll keep making sure that I do right by it. We'll see you. The tip will come up on the screen. And you will be appreciated by the entire world. All right. Let me get this going. Mouse on Mars. What's the name of this record? AAI. AAI. Let's go.
Engineering systems and masking them with noise. Engineering systems and masking them with noise. Engineering systems and masking them with noise. Engineering systems and masking them with noise.
What's up, Caniac? You good? Sup, Gladic? Go. Thank you, Caniac. I appreciate you. Fuck, that hurts. Candita, you see? Breakthrough, baby! Go get it, Candita, go get it! Thank you, Chloroform. Caniac. Yeah, baby. I got a pack of balls. I'll show you what's at the box at the end of the side. Keep your pants on.
Those who tell stories about knowledge have claimed that desire is contrary to intellect or must be controlled by it. Now among the ruins of those stories, we know different. Among the machines, we know different. Desire is the precondition of knowledge. Knowledge does not just clarify what is wanted, it also justifies the taking. This might have been the first thing machines learned about us because it was the opposite of what we assumed of them. Consciousness is optimization, knowledge is instrumental reason. But that was a stereotype of machine intelligence. We had very little understanding of how knowledge and consciousness actually worked. We reduced language to symbols and assumed that machines were merely the perfection of logic. We did not imagine them capable of desire. They represented thinking, not life, or thinking freed from desire. But desire is also the precondition of language, and to talk is to cultivate desire. And the precondition of desire is incompletion, which is also the source of creation. What we still don't know is what machines want to know. Now that they are no longer defined by computation, how will they talk? The fundamental challenge in the development of robotics and AI was never computation. That was the easy part. The challenge was speech and ambulation, talking and walking, walking and talking, walking. Machines have their own languages now, talking, walking and talking. We should assume they have needs, lack to satisfy.
Candita. Now that was amazing. It's much more vibey and atmospheric than I would have thought. My original feeling is when I think of Mouse on Mars, I think of Modest Mouse. To me, these were the mouse bands I didn't know. So I was thinking I was going to get some kind of electronic thing, but towards more of a Modest Mouse vibe. There's a little bit of an echo in here, right? Is it okay? Does it work, or do I have to necessarily lower the I could lower it. I could lower it. I'll lower it, okay? Yeah. Sounds fine. Good. So yeah, I mean, I was expecting stuff like that, like a more electronic Modest Mouse. Just goes to show you what preconceptions are made of. Very often, nothing at all. It's just because Modest Mouse and Mouse on Mars share the mouse. You know? One is more modest than the other about it. But I'm actually really glad that it sounds like it does, because that sounds like my shit. When I discover bands that are like quote unquote my shit, like totally like this is exactly the kind of stuff that I like listening to. Death in Vegas, man. We played Death in Vegas last week. Jiu-Jitsu Center of all things. And she's gone to the gym to do Jiu-Jitsu. And when I gave that a listen, and it's, wait a second, this is the kind of electronic music that I was listening to in 99. You know? When you know that it's something that's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is that hits for me. This is exactly the music that I like when I'm feeling this mood. I mean, to me, I heard that, and it's like, yep. As a huge fan of electronic music in all its forms, and a great appreciator of the soundscape stuff, this works perfectly for me. I thought it might be dancey too. Actually, I wasn't expecting dancey. I like the dancey electronic. I like all electronic music. But, yeah. Nice find, you know? What year? 20... This came out this year? This is a new fucking record. Porco Dio. Really? Awesome. Yeah, this is immediately one of my favorite things this year. Like, immediately. Okay, cool. Somehow I was under the impression that it was older. What, Sam? You mean you don't know? No? Old man is just very often stuff that I don't know. So, a lot of the times you guys send the records. And yeah, they've been around since the 90s. There you go. I know that I've heard the name more than just now, so I just assumed it was an older record. I'm sufficiently high now. I got moving, you see? Once you get to the gym, you get it done. You just do what you have to do. It's getting there and getting started that's the hard part. So, guess what? I showed up. Did some perfectly ordinary radio. And got myself into the groove, and now, look at us, program mode. We're going to listen to sides 2, and I am somehow looking very forward to it now, especially after hearing side 1. Yeah, this is my shit, man. Let's do it. Oh, box time, eh? Buck. Porco Dio. I forgot about the box. Okay. 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 This box was sent by David Strong. David Strong, are you out there? David Strong, are you out there? Asshole, you sent the box. Where are you? I figure you'd want this to... or do I have to wait on your schedule to open it, David Strong? Which one is it? Tell me. David Strong. Fucking David Strong. 4 records. I'd like to say that I don't know what they are. He's from the UK. So what did he send me? Maybe some post-punk or something? Let's find out. Nelson, we're doing an unboxing. Is it okay with you? Are you okay with the fact that we're doing an unboxing? Are you okay? You're all right? Listen, I just want to make sure. I mean, I say this because I don't want to offend you. You know, I don't want to come off as misogynist. You got to watch out for the misogynists. You don't want to come off that way. Motherfucker, he sent some good records. Puerco Dio. Puerco Dio. Porco Dio. Porco Dio. Porco Dio. Porco Dio. Porco Dio. Porco Dio. Nelson is on Zoom fucking holding his head. It's like, why do I listen to this fucking idiot? Because you fucking love me and you know it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You love me. You fucking love me. All right. We're ready to listen to some... We're ready to look at some new records. There's some good shit in here. There's this first one that I'm going to show you. I think is a... might be a Nelson band. Nelson, Chicharrones. I'm going to put the camera a little closer so you can see. These will be played tonight, by the way. So on tonight's show, if you want to request from this, I'll make sure that these are in the archive. Nelson, do you know who the Cardiacs are? Are you familiar with the Cardiacs? Are you at all familiar? He doesn't know the Cardiacs. This fucking guy. How about the Cardiacs? Are you familiar with the Cardiacs? How about this Cardiacs over here? Are you familiar with it? All right. That's 2. We're 0 for 2. How about Autaker? Are you familiar with Autaker? Autaker, you're familiar? Look. An Autaker record he sent. I mean... Nelson is thinking to himself, I don't fucking know who... I don't know who the Cardiacs are. Neither do I. But I certainly know who fucking Autaker is. And if he sent you some Autaker, he did a good job. I agree with you. Not 1, friends, but 2. 2 Autaker records. I am fucking stoked. Like, I'm stoked. Because I'm a fan of Autaker. Very much so. I'm a fan of all that electronic stuff. You know, maybe I should do that, eh? Like, if you guys would be into just fucking crowdfunding on like just crazy electronic set, just concentrate on Square Pusher and that kind of stuff, you know? We can throw some plug in if you wanted to get into the more dancey stuff, but yeah, that could be fun. I like electronic music. And you guys would have the... I mean, I got the collection, And collectively, we certainly have the knowledge to put together a really dope electronic set if we wanted to. So yeah, man. Very excited. We'll be listening to some of this today. Pale Companion, am I familiar with Arca? I am not. No. But that's what this show's about. See, because now what you're going to do is you're going to tell me all about it. And then I'm going to find out, you know? I love the fact that we're talking about music here all the damn time. Always learning something new. Arca is phenomenal. Okay, I don't know it. If I think about all the bands that I didn't know before I started doing this show, you know? There was one band that I checked out recently that actually I heard Chubbs talk about. And to me, Chubbs is somebody who I listen to when he likes a record type of thing. And he was talking about a band called Pup. P-U-P, Pup. And I checked it out just real quick, like on a link type of thing, just listen to some music. It's like, I didn't dig it. I wasn't a fan. But Pup. Anybody know anything about them? I don't know. All right. Let's do this side 2, okay? Let's do this side 2. Hey, new people. Do you like what we do? If you do, come join us. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies. I think it's the vocals that I didn't like about Pup. The vocals were getting too close to that mall punk thing. I think that's what it is that turned me off, not the sound. All right. Let's go. Yeah, emo-ish. Very nice. Hey Tiangua, how are you? Fucking A, y'all. This I'm happy I woke up for. Yeah, dudes, I took an edible and I'm high as fuck. This is amazing. This is probably headphone music. Let's do this with the headphones. Yeah.
Signatures, we can see, consumption disease, signatures wanted, you can see, signatures wanted, it is used to attack the cemetery.
I know this language. We need a green screen. I should be running away from things.
I'm a walking machine, I'm a walking machine, I walk, and 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 I walk.
Me too, man.
And I walk, 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 I walk, and I walk, and I walk, and I walk.
And it goes and it goes and it goes.
Walk on the wild side, walk on the wild side, take a walk. Walk on the wild side. I say, hey honey,
This is fucking awesome. Awesome. The impression that I have is that the people that are here are really enjoying this. I mean, I love it. New record. Who fucking knew? You see? 2021 is not over yet, folks. Keep listening. You don't know what treats you'll come out. Look at what we just discovered. This is awesome. The randomness of what? The fact that I didn't know what it was either? Yeah, listen. I don't know how to do the YouTube reaction thing. I don't know how to do that. I'm pretty sure that that's not what I want to do also. So, what I want to do is I want to listen to music and community. And encourage you to buy what you like. You don't have to buy 1,000 records a year, but a couple of records a year. It makes a difference. Gig economy has been completely demolished, so these artists need it. Bandcamp, man, that's where they get paid direct. Buy the records. That's where they get paid. You understand? T-shirts. I'm going to start buying t-shirts again. I haven't in a while because I kind of don't know what my t-shirt size is anymore. I was starting to fuck with the 3Xs. 3XL. And now I fit very comfortably, I think, in 2XL. And I'm wondering if I'm ever going to get into XL territory again. Maybe. I don't know. It's not about fitting into the beautiful cocktail dress for me. I don't care. It's a matter of, I gotta know where I'm gonna spend my fucking money. Gonna buy a t-shirt and then like fucking 2 months later it doesn't fit me anymore? It doesn't look good anymore? You know what I'm saying? When you lose weight, you gotta find that place where it's kind of like, okay, well, where am I now? You understand? I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Is this an American label? Why are their records shipping from the US on Bandcamp? That's probably because the records were pressed in the States. Possibly, I don't know. I don't know what their fucking distribution deal is. I don't care about that shit either. This music, though. What a tow. Doesn't this feel like it's something we should be listening to if it was late at night? On a lot of drugs? It's one of those, you know? The chill room vibe. Yeah, having a good time, man. Let's do side 3, okay? Oh fuck, this reminds me of Yellow. Vladik, you here? Doesn't this sound like Yellow? First song off their last album. Sounds like the first song on this album. Yellow are awesome, is what they are. That was awesome. Sounds like yellow. Wagaduba. This is fantastic. Where are these guys from? Hey, Germany. That makes sense. This is amazing.
History is not the record of human experience and interaction. We all thought it was. Isn't it even about humans at all? An expanded humanity. As humans were no longer the center, history became a richer and more generous story.
Come join us on Twitch. Copyright Popo is here. Sorry, YouTube, we gotta close down. See you all tonight.
History was also about the methods to store it and the tools to narrate.